I really enjoyed a YouTube video in the last couple of weeks, which included it was a conference, and included among the speakers was the president of the new St. Andrews University in Moscow. But he was upstaged on this particular account by a woman called Rosaria Butterfield, who you may or may not have heard of. But she gave a spectacular talk. The title of the conference was Repairing the Ruins. So they're on my wavelength anyway. But Rosaria Butterfield was a head of women's studies and a professor of English in an American university. And then she was befriended by a pastor and his family who lived near her. And she realized that she loved the environment and hated what they stood for. And that meant that she was an enemy of God, if there is a God. And to cut a long story short, because you'll go and watch it anyway, you'll find it on YouTube, she got saved. But she didn't tell. She was head of women's studies, but she didn't announce this fact until graduation that year. It was somewhat of a slow burn, but she reached the point where she said, I am not going to run women's studies anymore because I don't believe what we're teaching. She said there was actually a student in the air from Australia coming to her when she was announcing she no longer believed the reason this woman was coming. I can't imagine what that particular graduation was like, but it must have been like no other. And amazingly, they didn't fire her from the university, and it took a while for her faith to come to life and the reasons why this change had to happen. And she does a spectacularly good job. She's so honest about herself, and so clear about what that was going to involve. And so you get this erstwhile arch feminist saying, I think the Bible is right when it says the man should head the family, but that means the woman better marry a good man. And then it's the best of relationships. So she's in the face of our culture, and she's delightful to watch because her natural joy in what has happened to her shows through beautifully. She's doing what the Lord tells us. Go and tell what the Lord has done for you, and when you do, you will feel his pleasure. That's the way it works.